It was a bright, busy Saturday morning, and Eden stepped out of his apartment with a smile and music in his ears. The streets buzzed with weekend energy, and he felt light, hopeful, and even excited. As he met with his friends, excited to see them, but beneath it all, a quiet unease lingered. He couldn't shake the sense that something about today would catch him off guard. As Eden walked with his friends, their laughter ringing through the bright Saturday air, the world suddenly shifted, city sounds disappeared. And in their place came whispers, dark and evil whispers. The thoughts crept into his mind. You don't belong, they don't care. The air grew heavy, shadows stretched, and smoky words circled him like a trap. His friends didn't notice. Eden wanted to cry out. Dark voices pierced his mind like darts, pulling him toward defeat. He bowed his head, then looked up with fire in his eyes. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. As darkness pressed in, Eden remembered he had victory, but still, the battle overwhelmed him. Then came the truth. Yeshua, his hope of glory. In him, he would overcome. Eden cried out, Yeshua! And the armor of God covered him truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, and the sword of the Spirit in his hand. He declared with all authority, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and shouted, Thanks be to God, who gives us the victory. Eden shouted, Yeshua! Yeshua! Again and again, and with every cry, power surged through him. Light burst forth, and the darkness trembled. Each time he called the name, more strength filled his spirit, and the shadows around him broke and fell, unable to stand against the name above all names. The name tore through the air like thunder, and with each shout a surge of light washed over him, pushing back the shadows. Just when he thought he had won, the evil one glowed with pure malice. With a corrupted smile spread across his face, said so, You think you can stand against me? He hissed, his voice like a serpent. But Eden, fueled by the power of Yeshua, shouted again, Yeshua! His voice became a weapon, each utterance a blow against the forces closing in. The ground trembled as divine light erupted from him. With every word, more armor materialized around him. Truth, righteousness, peace, and faith. He stood fully encased in the armor of God, a radiant warrior ready for battle. His sword glowed bright. The devil recoiled, his eyes narrowing in fury. You are nothing, he spat, rising from his throne, his voice like thunder. But Eden's resolve was unshaken. Yeshua! He cried once more, and in that instant, the darkness shattered. The devil's forces faltered, their forms crumbling under the weight of divine power. Eden's sword slashed through the air, cleaving shadows in two as the evil beings fell to the ground with a final, soul-rending scream. Eden pondered on the victory, his heart still burning with the power of Yeshua. The battlefield fell silent, the light now radiating from him in waves, as the forces of darkness were cast away. With a final prayer of thanks, Eden knew the battle had been won, but the war was far from over. He was resolute, knowing his victory was in Yeshua alone. Yeshua stood before Eden, his voice full of love. Well done, Eden. You stood firm, you did not bow to the evil one. Even when it seemed you were defeated, you did not waver. Continue to stand strong, for those who believe in me will always win. Your faith has made you victorious. Eden was thankful, knowing that it was not his own strength, but Yeshua's power. Eden felt humbled and strong within. But now the battle against the devil had been won. The armor of God faded, leaving him in his casual clothes, with a simple shopping bag in his hand. Joining back with his friends, unaware of the spiritual war that had just raged around them. The world around him seemed the same, but Eden was different. He had faced darkness and stood firm. As he walked through the mall, 3 radiant angels silently walked beside him, unseen by everyone. Though the world carried on as normal, Eden moved with the invisible strength of a warrior of God. His victory unseen by the crowd, the divine protection and hope of Yeshua burned brightly within him. When you have done all to stand, stand. Ephesians 6:10 18.